So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Our presentation will focus on intersection of information retrieval and virtual reality. We will explore how these two technologies merge to provide immersive and interactive experiences and the significance impact these combinations across various industries. So, introducing myself, Omkar Dojad, and here to explain you all the presentation. So, information retrieval in virtual reality. Let's start with how these two how what actually information retrieval is and how will it be in virtual reality. So information retrieval, often referred to as info IR, is the process of accessing and delivering relevant information from the vast collection of data. Information retrieval, as we all know itself, is termed as the retrieving information from the data available data sources, generating insights from it, and learning new things about the data, existing data. Next is virtual reality. Virtual reality or VR is the transformative technology that immerses users in computer generated environments, simulating in physical presence. It is an simulating environment which is generated with the help of a concept called as virtual reality. Today, we will explore how combining these two dynamic fields can revolutionize the way we access, interact with, and understand the information in virtual spaces. Uh, the objectives throughout this presentation are: by the end of this presentation, you will gain the comprehensive understanding of the concept, challenges, and applications of information retrieval in virtual reality. We will delve into key techniques and their real world applications, offering insights into the future of these interconnected technologies. Explore the fundamental concepts of information retrieval and how they can be adapted and optimized for the unique challenges and opportunities presented by virtual reality environments. Understanding the practical benefits and potential applications of information retrieval in virtual reality, from enhancing user engagement and data visualization to its transformative impact on fields such as education, healthcare, gaming, and entertainment, etc. So, let's start with some fundamentals uh, of information retrieval. The key concepts are querying, indexing, ranking. These are all three key concepts which you should know before going further. So, what does querying mean? Querying is the user's request on a base condition to retrieve the records. So, it is basically a search query. Next is indexing, the organization and structuring of data to facilitate efficient retrieval. So, on base of the indexed, we can retrieve a particular record. Next comes the ranking. Ranking is the process of determining the order in which the search results are presented, typically based on relevance. We can also uh, sort the ranking on based of a specific condition such as size of the records, relevance, most viewed, etc. So next is retrieval models. There are multiple retrieval models in information retrieve. And so the basics are Boolean model and vector space model. So based on Boolean logic that are and or and not to match the documents with queries. We all know and means if both the conditions are true, then it will retrieve the record. Or means any one of the mentioned condition satisfies, then the records are retrieved. And not is to exclude a certain condition. It means that if, for suppose, we have an example of students and we want to exclude the students who are below 20, so it will not will provide us the mechanism where we can exclude the students which are uh, which have marks below 20. Next is vector space model. Represent Vector space model represents documents and queries as vectors in multidimensional space, allowing for relevant scoring. Uh, Next, we'll have an overview over virtual reality. I know you all might know what it is, but let's revise it. VR is a technology that immerses users in computer-generated environments, simulating a physical presence. It can include various hardware and software components. So hardware and software components used in AR, used in VR. So the hardware components includes headset, controllers, sensors, tracks, and user track sensors that tracks the user movement. Uh, you all know the VR. It's like a goggles VR headset. So yes, it is the combination of the various sensors and trackers. Next is software. VR environments and experience are created using software that can be interactive, realistic, and engaging. So the world which we see while wearing a VR headset is developed through the software and the technology used. Next, the types of VR are immersed VR, augmented VR, and mixed reality. Immersive VR. Users are completely immersed in a virtual world and cannot see the real world. It means that while wearing the VR headset, user cannot see the existing world and all 100% visuality is on the VR and the simulated world. Next is augmented virtual reality. Augmented virtual reality combines the real world with the digital world of the VR. It means that you can display the virtual reality things or the world with the real world. For example, let's take an example of VR game. So VR games, suppose I have an remote RC car, remote control car. So with the help of augmented reality, a VR, that is immersive VR car, can be actually manipulated or performed or worked on the real world with the help of mobile devices. Next is mixed reality. Mixed reality is a combination of both virtual worlds, enabling user to interact with both with both simultaneously. That means user can switch between the immersive virtual reality and the augmented virtual reality. I hope it's clear. Next, applications of VR. VR has a wide range of applications in different industries. Some of them I have mentioned are gaming, education, healthcare, and training and simulation. Let's discover them one by one. Next is gaming. Immersive gaming experience where players can physically interact with the game environments. Nowadays, very virtual games are introduced where multi user can play games on virtual reality by connecting through internet. Next is education. Education VR is used to create immersive educational content for enhanced learning. One of the example in education is VR labs. In VR labs, you need not you VR labs where you can perform various experiments without bothering the real world and without affecting or avoiding harm. Next is healthcare. Medical training, therapy, and patient education are some of the healthcare applications. So, healthcare has a wide range of application in virtual reality. Uh, Various trainee doctors can train themselves, surgeons can train themselves to perform surgeries on virtual set before performing on the actual patient. So it is really efficient to work and study those things. Next comes training and simulation. Training scenarios for various professional and military applications. It is a very familiar thing, training and simulation. The pilots which are under the process of training are always trained on the simulation or the simulator before an actual where the pilot can actually control the cockpit, but the plane is just simulated. It is not flying in real time. So yes, this is the application. Even nowadays, driving schools are using simulation for training the students to avoid accidents and everything. Next comes challenges in VR information retrieval. So challenges specific to VR environment are in limited input methods. VR often relies on gesture-based voice or motion control, which can be less precise than traditional input methods. Yes, it is not yet optimized. Uh, VR is not yet optimized, and it can make mistakes by misjudging the gestures actions performed by the user. Next comes understanding. Spatial understanding. Users must navigate and interact in 3D spaces, which presents the unique challenges in information retrieval. Next is device limitation. VR hardware and computing power can vary, affecting the user's experiences. As different headsets are, I, the size of the headsets and everything is fixed, so it cannot be varied from user to user. Plus, the user experience differs from each user, from individual user. So it has some space to improvement and bridge the gap. Next, interaction issues. Navigating 3D environments. Users need intuitive ways to move through and explore the virtual world. So yes, this is one of the interaction issues. Next, interaction with object. Retrieving and interacting with objects in 3D space requires innovative approaches. You need to create an innovative world where user can actually relate to the real world and have an enhanced experience. So user experience challenge, seamless integration. IR and VR should be seamlessly integrated in the user experience without disrupting immersion. Internet lag, device connectivity, everything really affects the connectivity and integration of the user with the VR system or with the virtual world. Next is content presentation, presenting search results and information in a way that comprehends in a 3D immersive environment. Okay. Next is benefit. Now let's come to benefits of combining IR and VR. So first is improved user engagement. Combining information retrieval with virtual reality enhances user engagement by providing immersive and interactive experience. Users are more likely to explore and interact with information when it's presented in the compelling VR environment. Again, explaining this point, I would like to take an example of the VR labs where the user can actually perform experiments and retrieve the information which will be totally similar to the experiments performed in the real world, but without accessing the real world equipments. So this is one of the best example of improved user engagement. Next is enhanced data visualization. 3D and immersion VR environment 3D and immersive VR environments allows for the presentation of complex data in visual intuitive ways. Data visualization in VR can make patterns and insights more apparent to user. So yes, user can relate more to the examples and the explanations and simulate through the problems in the VR, and also the latter point can be explained as education based, where user can where the students can be immersed into the VR world to learn new things and grasp the information properly. Next is real world application and case studies. So real world application across various industries demonstrates the potential impact of IR in VR. Case studies showcase how this combination has been used successfully in education, healthcare, and entertainment. These are the points which I explained earlier. So they are really a benefit of combining information retrieval and virtual reality. Next are the techniques in virtual reality. So techniques for indexing and searching in virtual reality. So again, explaining indexing and searching are the concepts of information retrieval which can be used in virtual reality. So let's get started to it. In virtual reality, information retrieval requires unique technique for indexing and searching due to the immersive 3D environment. Next is spatial indexing, 3D query formulation, and relevance ranking are the key components of IR and VR. Spatial search algorithms. Again, spatial search algorithms such as R-tree, KT-trees, and grid-based indexing are used to efficiently organize and search spatial data in VR environments. These are the some later invented techniques, RMAP, KT-trees, and grid-based indexing. We will not go in deep on that. Uh, so these are the techniques which are used to retrieve information from the VR environments, which are generated as an insights for studying the particular thing. Next is user interface considerations. So designing user-friendly interfaces is essential for successful IR experience in VR. Interface must take into account the 3D nature of VR and provide natural, intuitive interaction for users. Okay, next comes VR interface design. So these are the 4 points while designing on VR we should consider. First is believability. second is explorability, third is interactivity and immersiveness. So how the user is immersed into the system, how the user is reacting to it, is interacting with it, how the user believes that the system actually exists, and explore how the user can explore various things with the help of VR are these four focus points which needs to be considered while developing and VR. This is an interface design, simple block diagram I would say, where you can use Unity for the game development with the help of VR. IDEA and Atom, VS Code and Atom are some of the IDEs which can be used to perform these activities. And Oculus Rift and HTC Vive are the VR headsets which can be integrated with the help of VR plugin tools for the game development and which is developed in the IDE. Next, virtual desktop where all the desktop, I mean, yes, the game will be displayed on the virtual desktop. So the other people can actually be visualize how it is working. Next, let's start it. The benefits in detail. VR in education. So how VR in education enhances education. So VR combined with information retrieval can revolutionize the education experience. It provides immersive and interactive learning environments that caters to various learning styles, examples and results from educational institutes. So these are some of the uh, insights which were research based that are showcase specific projects or initiatives where IR in VR has been employed to enhance education higher results such as improved engagement, comprehension, and knowledge retention. So students can grasp the knowledge, retain it for a longer period of time, improve the engagement to the basics to advanced level of concepts. Next, using a case study on VR in education can illustrate the practical benefits of integrating information retrieval in virtual reality. You can just provide specific example, visual, and makes it more compelling in your audience. Okay. Next comes the healthcare applications. How information retrieval in virtual reality is transforming healthcare. So, information retrieval in virtual reality is making significant strides in healthcare by offering innovative solutions in various areas, such as brain tumor detection, cancer detection, everything, every minute details which requires more um, preciseness can be used with help of VR and IR. So from a diagnosis and treatment of medical training, the possibilities are vast. Okay, the use case in diagnosis and treatment. So showcase a real world example where IR and VR is used for diagnosis and treatment. Uh, there are various examples where IR and VR are used to diagnose and treat the patient, as I mentioned before, for the brain tumor uh, detection, some heart-related problems, etc. Next comes entertainment and gaming. So VR and information retrieval have led a transformative experience in the gaming and entertainment industries. A user can view 3D movies, the actual virtual reality videos, where user can have a totally different and improved experience while entertainment. And as I told before, gaming is widely used uh, application in VR, and now it is combining with IR as well, where various professional gamers use VR set to actually play games and generate insight from them with the help of information retrieval techniques. So, what are the future trends? Future trends in of both combining VR and IR. So, emerging technologies. The field of VR is continuously evolving. Emerging technologies such as haptic feedback, eye tracking, brain-computer interfaces, and poised to future enhance the VR experience. These technologies can play a pivotal role in the future of VR information retrieval. Future possibilities and developments. Speculate on what the future might hold the combination of IR and VR. Uh, these are some of the future trends. some of the more future trends I would like to finish: social VR and collaboration. The trends towards the more collaborative social VR experience is likely to continue, enabling user to interact and work together in virtual spaces. This can have implicitly for time-based information retrieval and knowledge sharing. We can take an example of Web3, which is metaverse, which uses VR, where the users can actually immerse or meet virtual people, which are actual real people, but they have an avatar of them as a virtual person in the uh, metaverse. Next is artificial intelligence and machine learning integration. As AI and machine learning technologies advances, they can be integrated with VR and IR to provide more intelligence and personalized search results and recommendations. So yes, these are the applications. Next is ethical consideration, privacy and data security in VR IR. Okay, ethical concerns and safeguards. Some of these are some of the ethical considerations where VR and IR can be used. So to conclude, as a conclusion, I would like to summarize information retrieval and virtual reality integration. So it is an really not yet deep down studied field, but yes, it is an improving and improving field. So where you can immerse information retrieval and virtual reality. So yes, it has various uses in both education, technique, education knowledge, educational uh, benefits, healthcare, gaming, business models, etc. So thank you. I would like to take a leave. Thank you for listening patiently. Thank you.